I believe it is Friday, May. Shit, it's May. Friday, May 4th, 2018. Day 1 with MS. I got the call from my doctor. She told me there are multiple lesions on your brain. Now, I'm one Google search into this. I'm not totally sure what any of it means. I've had my diagnosis for about 24 hours. And I have actually looked up lesions on your brain do not immediately indicate having multiple sclerosis. But with the medical history I've been experiencing, it was very plausible. Initially, my symptoms began with, I never have connected these things. Reading up on it, I have now connected these things. First thing may have been bladder, bowel movement issues. Totally not normal to pee your pants at the age of 20, but I did do it a few times. This is like a negligible thing. What? You pee your pants, you get over it. You don't tell anybody. Everything is fine. So that's what I did. I didn't tell anybody. I've had to clean urine out of my car seat 2 times in the last 6 months. But I don't know, what are you gonna do? I'm not able to drive right now because of the symptoms I'm experiencing. Didn't tell anybody about that. That's like, who wants to talk about me peeing? Nobody wants to hear about me peeing. Not even my doctor wants to hear about me peeing. You know, really not that big of a deal. First symptom, peeing when I wasn't supposed to be peeing. Next, I went to my eye doctor. They told me I was having issues with the peripheral test of some sort, which makes a lot of sense. My peripheral vision sucks. I've never thought that maybe it could be associated with an autoimmune disease, but here we are. My eyes like feel funny. They did feel funny, but it was never a feeling I could describe. And it wasn't my main concern while I was experiencing the symptoms. My eyes were not my main concern. The first symptom of numbness of MS I ever experienced was very minor. It wasn't something I was about to go to the doctor for. I don't love doctors. I don't love going to the doctor. I am about to start to love the doctor. I don't love doctors. I like my doctor. I believe you should only go to a doctor in like, what, in the instance of like, I think I'm dying. I should maybe go to a doctor. And you know, I didn't think I was dying. My face is numb. That sucks. It was this portion of my face that was just like numb. My eyebrows numb. It's a big deal. Your range of expression is a little limited. Shit happens. I dealt with that for like a couple weeks, this portion of my face being numb. You know, I was like concerned about like possibly having a stroke or something because of the weird numbness I was experiencing. But it didn't add up. So, you know, I know people my age who've had strokes. I know. What the fuck? What was I even talking about? I don't even remember when that happened. I think it may have been in the fall. The left upper facial numbness. Didn't think anything about it ever again. I didn't even remember it. After getting my diagnosis, I didn't remember it until a coworker was like, oh yeah, and you had that facial numbness, and I was like, holy shit. The next thing that happened was, for a period of a couple weeks, my legs were numb. And I wasn't experiencing the same... Oh, my cat. Wasn't experiencing vertigo or dizziness. Just my legs were numb. It started out with a period of just awful pain, like shooting through my back. And then I woke up and my legs, they were numb. And I was like, what the fuck is happening to me? So I scheduled an appointment with my doctor about that. By the time I got to see her, it already started to get better. I was like, hey doc, my legs, they're doing this weird thing. This is when I thought, my doctor did not believe me. Doctor does not believe me. My legs are numb, everything sucks. It was hard to go up and down the stairs. It was hard to walk. I told my doctor. Honestly, I don't remember what she did. Oh, doc gets me an EMG, which is this weird test that costs a lot of money where they stick needles in you, and I'm not sure. It's an EMG. There's needles. Yeah, stick needles in you. Electricity happens. They tested me. I was worried about neuropathy. They gave me the EMG test, and they were like, hey, your test came back normal. And I was like, awesome, that's great. However, I still don't understand what the fuck is going on. I wasn't happy. I would have rather had a diagnosis. EMG didn't help. That was in January to February. It lasted a while. I did not miss a day of school during that episode. I did not miss a day. That was, I continued to go to work, too. I was like, I'm not missing school. I'm not missing work for these stupid legs of mine that just don't, who just no one knows what's wrong with them. So I'm just gonna act like it's not happening. And I did. That got better. I was feeling good. Next thing that happens is dizziness, coordination issues, motor skills, impaired. I was also experiencing right facial numbness. The right side of my face, including the right side of my tongue, was numb. If I ate anything, I couldn't taste it on that side. Really made eating not pleasurable. And I love to eat. It's a solace in this world. Eating is. And I associated that with some things I had been prescribed for my acne. Because I have acne. So I went to a dermatologist. I was prescribed tretinoin 0.08 topical. Spironolactone, which is a diuretic. And then clindamycin swab. I was like, I think the spironolactone is making me dizzy because it lowers your blood pressure. So I just stopped taking that. Symptoms persisted. I was like, you know what? It's this tretinoin. This is it. This is why I'm feeling this way. There's a bunch of research out there about retinoids and the effect of neurotoxicity. So I was looking at that and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is where I'm at. Went back to my doctor. I was like, I feel awful. I'm experiencing dizziness, vertigo, like balance issues. I told her I associated it with the tretinoin. She added that to my allergy list. Bless her, probably didn't have anything to do with it. I was really confident. I was like, this is it, doc. I don't trust doctors, but I trust my Googling skills. Which, I mean, I'm a good Googler. At no point in my Googling did I come up with the possibility of MS. I'm a good Googler, though. Anyway, she was like, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna test your blood for vitamin A levels, because that's what retinoids mess with. They mess with your vitamin A levels and make your body overproduce vitamin A, which can potentially cause neurotoxicity, but it's usually in the oral pill. And I was just using a topical. So, anyway, but I swore to it. I would have sworn to you. I was like, I really think it's this. So anyway, she orders me a bunch of blood tests to check my metabolic panel, my vitamin A, and also ordered me a CT scan. I got all that stuff done, called back. She was like, everything's normal. I was like, God, this is really frustrating. Super tired of this. I swear to you that something's wrong with me. Like, this is not normal. This is not a normal Cassie. Anyway, that happens. My symptoms subside. So I'm like, you know what? Who cares? Like, everything's pretty much over. I'm feeling good again. I'm over it. No medical bullshit is gonna hold me back anymore. That was about 2 weeks ago. I woke up one day with numbness in the left side of my body. Not so much a numbness, but it was like a tingling. It's a tingling. A tingling, prickly, what do they call it? Pins and needles sensation on the left side of my body. And ringing in my left ear. Oh my God. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to go to the doctor because the doctors don't know what they're talking about. Doctors don't think anything's wrong with me. I'm not going back. They're not going to do anything. Doesn't matter. A few days I was like, I'm not going. I'm not going. Nope. Everything got pretty unbearable. When this is happening to me, it's very difficult to focus. It's difficult to walk. I can't even drive, unfortunately. I wish I could drive. God, I wish I could drive. Driving's really difficult. I can drive. I drove myself to my doctor's appointment yesterday at 9 a.m. I drove myself back. But my doctor is like maybe 10 minutes away, and school is about 30 minutes away, work's about 30 minutes away. Everything's downtown. So I went to my doctor. I was like, hey, everything went away, everything came back. The left side of my body's numb and tingly. And I am experiencing very severe vertigo, coordination issues, impairment of my motor skills, etc. And she was like, okay, we are going to give you an MRI because it's possible that you could have MS. And I was like, oh, cool shit. I was supposed to be leaving to study abroad in a week. Supposed to leave on Thursday to go to Italy to study printmaking, and that is likely not going to happen. I talked to a neurologist on Tuesday, but it's likely not going to happen. It's really unfortunate because I've been planning this trip for a while, and I got accepted, and everything. But the diagnosis really put a big traffic cone in the middle of my life. And it's not like I'm much happier to know. I'm happier to know what has been going on. I'd rather know than not know. But regardless, they gave me an MRI yesterday because I was like, I'm supposed to be leaving for a week. I want to get this done. You can get this MRI like ASAP. And they did. Expedited everything. I got into the MRI like 20 minutes after my appointment. I went out to my car, was sitting in my car trying to, drum up the energy to drive home. When I got a call, it was like, hey, are you still here? Come on in, we'll schedule your MRI. And I was like, cool beans. Anything to keep you from driving. So I went back inside. I was like, hey, you want me to schedule this? Yeah, they were like, oh, wait, why don't you do it right now? And I was like, well, okay. I'm ready, let's do it. MRIs take a long time. 20 minutes stuck in like a cage. Very white, futuristic medical cage. Lady asked me if I wanted music. I was like, nope, no doc, I just want silence. I don't want to hear shit right now. So I didn't. That's a lie. The MRI was very loud, but not really to the point that it made me uncomfortable. Anyway, I got the call. That happened. Got the call after that, and they were like, yep, you have MS. And I was like, oh good. I get to join all the chronic illness clubs. And it feels really appropriate. If I were to take a Facebook quiz called, what autoimmune disease are you? I would totally get this one. You're an autoimmune disease that impairs your motor skills and cognitive ability. It totally makes sense. I am a furniture design major. Not the kind where I sit at a computer and do CAD. I make furniture out of wood. I go up to table saws. I'm like, hey, what's up, table saw? I'm gonna run some wood through you with my arm 3 inches away. So it kind of makes it hard when, your major is something that you need consistent function of your body to do. MS is like, you're not going to have that. It's not going to be very predictable when you can use a table saw. Hell no, I cannot use a table saw right now. Let's quit looking at buying a table saw. A table saw. That's what I want, a table saw. I don't know. I don't know how I'm really handling it. I feel like I make really good work. Art school is not easy. There are so many people in art school who do not understand the principles of design and composition and how things interact with space. And to excel in something like that is difficult. You could bullshit a drawing, I guess. But you know what? It's a lot harder to bullshit a drawing than it is to bullshit an essay. It's even harder to bullshit a furniture piece. Do you know how hard it is to bullshit a table? And trust me, I've bullshitted essays and I've bullshitted artwork. And let me say, when you bullshit artwork, it is so much easier to tell that you bullshit it than when you bullshit an essay. So, as someone who wants to be someone who does furniture design, it's definitely not easy. And that's what's difficult is I'm scared about my body's ability to sustain me when I want to make furniture. I don't know. I'm not sure what it feels like. I know what it feels like. The feeling that I'm feeling right now feels like it's so difficult for me to access words, and that's something I've always prided myself in, is my intelligence. Like, the fact that my immune system sees my brain and is like, we're gonna attack that. That's really, kind of really sucks. That really sucks. That's something I was not prepared for. But you know what? We're just gonna have to see how it goes. My name is Cassie. and I have MS.